welcome back to the 1216 podcast. This is your lovely host, 12, and I'm here to go over again another banger chapter view for One Piece chapter 1104. Thank you, Daddy. Before we get into it, you know how we get down already with the cover art. Cover art, of course, is beautiful cover art drawn by Oda. It was suggested that Sanji come through with the wedding cake of cheese that has flames around it and flowers and candles lit because the mouse that he saved when he was a kid is then married to the mouse that he saved the woman back in Wano arc. It's a very beautiful cover art. Of course, the mouse proposes and actually has a really nice ring, so that's pretty dope. And of course, you know how we left off that chapter. The chapter was left off before with Kuma finally arriving at Egghead, saving his daughter Bonnie, and getting ready to attack Jay Garcia. We pick up where we left off at with Jay Garcia realizing that Kuma is the Buccaneer brat that he remembers from way back when. And if you're new to One Piece or new to anime, then that means you have no clue what's going to happen next. Or you should have a clue if you are a returning member of anime. It is the flashbacks we start to get. The flashbacks we get from Kuma going over his life, from when he asked his father why was he a slave, from hearing Jay Garcia tell him that, you're either a slave or you die, to going back at his mother passing away, up until his father crying about she's in a better place now, him meeting Guinea, both of them as slaves, and she being so happy that everything's happening, up until her return after she got captured, coming back home to say, I'm sorry, but I'm knocking at death's door, Kuma. As he sits inside the church, Kuma has went through so much, but then he gets a blessing. His blessing, he comes inside there, has blue sapphire scales written all over her body, and it is Bonnie, Guinea's child by a celestial dragon. Kuma is going to look after. And Kuma sits down in this flashback and realizes that he now has life. We jump back to where we're at currently in Egghead with Bonnie in her true form of 12-year-old, 10, but 12-year-olds because of the time skip. And she's crying out for help because she knows that Jay Garcia might just kill her. As this happens, Jay Garcia realizes that he wanted to trigger a self-destruct mechanism on Kuma that Vegapunk should have placed inside of him. Vegapunk clearly said that he does not want to do that, but he said that he would do it because the world government wants this done, and he does not want to go against the world government. Kuma charges up with a hockey-infused fist and just rocks the shit out of Jay Garcia in his full-on demon spider mode. This punch caves in Jay Garcia's face. You can see the blood dripping up on his beard, everything. Everybody's in fucking shock. The entire place of Egghead Island is being destroyed where they're currently at because of just Jay Garcia's massive body flying through all the bottoms of the buildings and knocking them all over. We have the Marines going crazy. They're looking on like, what the fuck just happened? We also have, the pirates finally getting their shit together, and they're like, all right, cool. We got to just collect everything while this commotion is going on and get the fuck up out of there. And at the same time, the self-destruct mechanism that was put inside of Kuma was kind of a different version of it. It wasn't something that Vegapunk sought to be as destructive, to blowing him up as just something as a button, but probably something along the lines of when he gets in contact or defines the five elders, the Gurusei, that he will in fact blow up. But it just doesn't make any sense. Kuma is clearly here. He rocked Jay Garcia. He has Bonnie in his arms and he's crying with her. And Vegapunk just can't believe his eyes. It's something that's beyond science. Something that goes back to the Buccaneer race and the wheel of the Buccaneer race that overcomes anything possible. It is something that truly is dynamic towards the world of One Piece and goes to show you that most likely Nika himself was originally Joy Boy, was a Buccaneer race. As we look on some more, we start to see that Kizaru finally stands up. He says, "It's over, isn't it?" Because he knows that Kuma just fucked up because he punched a celestial dragon. And that is the part where Kuma finally freezes himself. After he grabs Bonnie and puts her inside of his arms, he stops moving, he stops breathing. His cyborg body finally stops. But he hears the fact that Bonnie saw everything. Bonnie saw his memories. Bonnie saw that he used to write her every day. He seen how dedicated he was to just being there for her as a father. And as he goes in for that final hug, Jay Garcia pops back up and he gets ready, takes his stance, and he screams out Vegapunk. I'm still waiting for an explanation on what the fuck just happened. Vegapunk is, of course, stunned. He knows for a fact that he fucked up and he takes full responsibility for what happened. At the same time, it's one of those things where it's like you're stuck between a hard spot now because the power of romance, just a father's love for their daughter, will overcome even a self destruct button. The power of love is so real, even in the One Piece world, as we all know it to be, that it's just unusual. And as Jake Garcia's body starts to regenerate now, we see Sanji looking on because he knows something's going to happen. So he darts right out using his super speed that he has inside him with his new body ability being awakened. Jay Garcia's body tentacle is coming down to strike Kuma in his back. Sanji makes it just in time to protect Bonnie. He doesn't want to see Bonnie upset anymore. He wants to keep the dirty old spider away. And as this happens, we see the Straw Hat Pirates take on ship now. Frankie is using his radical beam. We have Kizaru finally getting up and getting back into the action after the beam knocks down JRC again. It's go time. It's all out war. It's a war. It's a power struggle between Jay Garcia and Sanji. Also, Kizaru and Frankie have different types of people running around as Atlas just picks up Kuma and carries him away with Bonnie inside of his arm still. Everything's inside commotion and chaos right now, but they have to get to the lava sphere because it's time to set sail before the Buster Call protocol goes off. And just like that, it's go time. Shit's about to hit the fucking fan now. The crew is in trouble yet again, and Nico Robin is in her third Buster Call. Nico Robin is in her third Buster Call. How many people can truly say that they've even lived through one? She's been through the O'Hara incident, she's been through Water 7, and now she's been to get through another one in Egghead. I love Nico Robin. That's my waifu forever. But damn, she is lucky. If you want to get away from somebody, you better have Nico Robin on your side if you want to survive a fucking Buster Call. But the Buster Call comes into play now. All the ships that are on standby outside of Egghead Island are locking on with aim, and they're about to attack and destroy and blow everything up that has to do with the Straw Hat Pirates, Vegapunk, the research, tabooed secrets of the world, and everything else that goes on this island will be destroyed. Kizaru realizes this. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place because he just doesn't know. This uncertain justice is just uncertain. And it comes to the end with Jay Garcia authorizing that the power of the ancient god, this island, needs to be completely eradicated. The forces of justice loom and they will prevail. We end out the chapter right there. Of course, this is an amazing start to what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that we have just seen the end of Kuma, unless Kuma is just out of energy now. But I'm pretty sure we have seen the last of Kuma. But it's so beautiful to see that one, the power of love can give even a cyborg or a robot, whatever you want to call Kuma now, armament hockey. I'm pretty sure that that's not supposed to happen, but the power of love impacted his will. His will came out, clutched inside there, and we get to see this stuff happen. This has been another banger chapter. Please, please, please give us your feedback in the comments because this chapter really just shows that Jay Garcia is one on fraud watch now. And I believe he is to be on fraud watch. Don't come for me in the chat saying that he's not on fraud watch if he's only up there with Sanji level after getting attacked by Kuma. Kuma's not even up there with Dragon well, he's up there, but he's not on Dragon, Sabo, maybe even Ivankov's level. He's probably number 4. So Jay Garcia sits at the number 4 spot. He might be on fraud watch now, seeing how he's getting rocked so easy. Or it could be that Jay Garcia just hasn't got hit in a very long time, or nobody ever decided to define or defy the 5 girls say. But this man is on fraud watch. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. This has been another banger, of course, of a chapter. Please hit the notification bell to get notified every single time we drop another chapter review. Doing my best to get them out to you guys once they come out. I apologize for the late, my tardiness. On top of that, hit the subscribe button just so we know that you're rocking with the free world. And if you want, of course, share it with your friends. Drop a comment down below. Turn on the notification bell, and we will see you next time. 12, signing off.